What's going on, everybody? James here, redoptionagency.com. 22 years selling full-time on eBay. And it is now my sit-down time. We are at 7:20 p.m. So I'm going to start cross-listing from Vendoo over onto Posh, the items that I've already pulled into Vendoo from eBay. So we're going to get some stuff listed. Usually do about 100 every hour. So we're at 2371 right now, so we want to at least get to 2471 by the end of this video. And if you're not familiar with Vendoo, you can see how easy it is to cross list. So after you move your items over, it's just pretty simple. This is just an extra step that I take personally. And it's going to take a second to bring that up, but I take that extra step so that when I end and sell similar on eBay, it breaks the link. So with the link broken, if it sells, I know to check Posh to make sure that it was taken down, because if the link's broken, it won't take it down automatically. So then I have to just go into Vendoo and hit delist, and it'll take it down. So it's just a little extra security measure for me. So I put just PM in a little title right there. So I think on this one I'm going to go down and get some of this older stuff listed. So, yeah. And if you decide you want to start using Vendoo to cross post, I would recommend it because it can delist from eBay to Posh and Posh to eBay. Also, it'll delist from all the other sites also if it sells on eBay or Posh, but it will not delist it on its own if it sells like on Macari or something. You have to go in and just hit delist to take it down, which is no big deal, but I'm sure it's coming down the line. They're just not there yet. But if you use my affiliate code below, you can save 25% on your first month. And the first month's where you're going to spend your money, because if you got like under 40,000 items, you can just pull them all over in one little segment. And you'll want to, you pay for the items you pull over, not for the items that are there. So you'll want the highest amount one for month one and use that 25% off. And then you can back it down to a cheaper monthly rate. So you'll want to use that 25% off on that first month. But I've gotten almost $400 in affiliate money. Whoops, wrong click, James. In affiliate money from a lot of you guys using it to cross post on. So I appreciate all that. It's pretty awesome. And then what's even better is the messages you guys, the comments you leave and the messages you send me thanking me for getting you to use Vendoo, because some of you are getting more sales now on Posh than what you were getting on eBay, what you're getting on eBay. So I'm glad to see that it's helped. It took me a while to settle in, to go outside of eBay, because I spent so many years just dedicated to eBay alone. It was just something I didn't want to do. I was hoping eBay would get back to the way it should be worked, where with 52,000 items, I just got stuff selling all day long. But we haven't been in that world for a while now because of this, the way eBay's being run. But it's nice to hear some cha-chings. Hopefully we'll hear a lot of those during this hour. My sales cut off at 2, so they normally, when they cut off at 2, they normally start kicking back on about 7. So we're at 7:24 right now, so hopefully we'll get a lot of cha-chings here. When it shuts off at 5, it usually shuts down for most of the rest of the night. It's usually about a 5-hour window that my eBay will shut down. I could have sales like every hour, multiple sales every hour. And then either at 2 or 5, it'll shut down for 5 hours and like nothing will come through, or very little, like maybe 1 or 2. And then, what did I just do? I wasn't paying attention. Oh, I clicked on the wrong one. Okay, back here. Yeah, make sure I pay attention while I'm talking. But you see how easy this is once you get them over into Vendoo. Very quick. Like this step you probably wouldn't even have to do if you don't have much in your store and you're very good at keeping track of it. But even with me doing that little step, I can still hit about 100 items an hour cross-posting. I really need to start dedicating more time to it, since percentage-wise, I seem like I have better sales on Posh these days. I've only been at it a little over a month, so I think we're getting ready to hit about $1,000 in the last month, a little over a month. So, just a little over, 2,000 items. So it's not bad for my long tail stuff, my slow sell-through rate stuff. If you have, clothes, and better yet, even like women's clothes, things like that, you're probably going to do a lot better than I am doing on here. But with eBay messing up the way it is, it's nice to have this little extra, income. That's why I need to I should start giving it a couple of hours a day instead of just an hour. I forgot what I just did. I'm not paying attention enough while I'm talking. Okay, I just did that one. Okay. And that one is that one here. I don't even have all my shoes and clothing over here yet. On to Posh. So if I spent more time getting this stuff over, I could be doing a lot better than what I'm doing right now. If only I was able to move them all over to Vendoo at one time, that would have been nice. Would have been nice. Would have been nice if I could touch your body. I know not everybody has got a body like you. Boom, boom, boom. Did you watch my selling video yet today? If you did, you'll notice these hats here was in the video. I knew I already did that. I must have double pulled it over. That's what I thought. Or did I accidentally not list it? Because I was talking. That's what I did. I clicked off of it instead of listing it. Let me double check to make sure I don't double list. And yes, that needs listed. Wasn't paying attention enough. Let me know about that selling video I put up today. Put it up about 7 p.m. Had a little fun with it. So there's a lot of jokes and stuff in there. if it goes over well, I'll definitely make more of those. If not, I'll go back to just being silent on them and putting them up in the middle of the night. So you are my judge and jewelry, my judge and jewelry on that video. Sales have been a little bit better today than yesterday, so that's at least a positive though. And I signed up to sell on Walmart.com now, so I could put some used media over there. But I gotta figure it out. It looks very cumbersome and stuff, so another cha-ching. I'm not sure if it's gonna be worth it. I'll have to figure out to see how quick I can do it. And I'm not sure I want to cross-list onto Walmart because that's just something else I've got to worry about taking down, and not, since it doesn't take it down on its own. Will Vendoo ever put in for Walmart cross-list? That could be possible. Maybe I should send them an email asking them if they've thought about doing a Walmart, or even capable of doing it. But at least I'm all set up over there, so the potential is there if I want to put some time into it, figure it out. I tried figuring it out today with 4 different items, but it just wasn't. I think I got 1 uploaded, so I'm waiting to see if it's accepted. But just trying to figure that whole thing out is just kind of weird. So it's weird right now, anyway, until I get the hang of it and figure it out. Then I'm sure it'll be quite easy. But I got like stacks of CDs that I got duplicates of, so if I do, I'll probably start with that stuff first, just to see what the sell-through rate on like lower dollar stuff on Walmart is, you know. Because if I can move that stuff there better than what it's moving on eBay, and that's definitely a plus. Women's jacket, small. This is one of the items that's been in the store for like 5 years. Let's see if it'll sell on Poshmark. What's that little thing flying around again? Is it a blouse or a jacket? Sand jacket. A jacket shirt. I'll just leave it under blouse. So I haven't really put too much time into Macari yet either. Put up 60 items over there real quick and just sold 1, and the rest's just been sitting there. I haven't added to it or anything. So I need to really start adding to that site, see how it's going to work out. I should have pulled some clothing over into Vendoo today so I could get more clothing listed. But I didn't. That's the one cool thing about Vendoo also too. Like right here, you can see active 612. That's the items I've got pulled over from eBay, but I've got clicked Posh and then view not listed. So it's showing me everything that's not listed on Posh so that I can, so it's, I don't have to like go through it all. It's all right there for me to cross list. It categorizes real nice. Let's say it that way. Very nice. Very nice and cleanly set up. If I was to change or ask for them to change something, or not even really change, to add something if it was possible, being I've got so many items on eBay, it won't pull them all over. If there was a way that I could just pull over like certain categories at a time, that would be essential. Like I could pull over all my eBay store, just one category like women's clothing or t-shirts, and just pull it all over at one time. That would be perfection. Until then, I have to pull them over one by one. But hey, still a pretty quick process, so ain't complaining about it. It's just the other way I could get a lot more done a lot quicker. And put my clothing items up first, and shoes and stuff like that, because I have to go with whatever has been recently listed on eBay. It only pull over like I can only pull over like 48, and I have to do them one by one. So if like I'm pulling over my new stuff, and then all of a sudden it's that time of day where some of my stuff is starting a new month on eBay, then it'll push those out and that stuff will pop up. So if that makes sense to you, because every 30 days it gets refreshed on eBay, relisted, or whatever you want to call it. Reaccounted for. Boom, 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 boom. But I do like that I've been selling more hats on Posh, so it's definitely been a nice feeling being, I have 14,000 hats in my store. So curious to see what the hat sales are going to look like on Posh once I get them all listed on there. See how it rivals with eBay. Normally when eBay's working properly, I do 14, 15 hats a day. So I'd like to see what Posh will do with 14,000 hats listed on it. Maybe I can be the biggest hat seller on Posh also. Rephrase that, biggest pre-owned hat. I can't beat places like Fanatics and stuff like that, because they got the new stuff in bulk. As far as more of this hat hasn't sold. Maybe it's a different one I'm thinking of. There was one, and I've got several. Had like 10 different, not different, but 10 of them. I guess that was a different one. Different but similar. But yeah, I mean, if I can do this with this simplicity, this easy, there's no reason you can't cross-list your stuff and make a killing on Posh. If you're in the clothing, accessory, even other stuff. I've got Christmas ornaments. I switched over there yesterday. I've been selling toys. If you watch my videos, I sold that Little People house on Posh, or the barn, I should say. So it's not just that stuff. So the only thing thus far so far I've seen is just the media is not really moving. But I compare it to what I got on eBay. I've got nothing on Posh when it comes to media. So maybe that changes when I get 10,000 CDs on Posh, you know. We'll see when I get there. This is another hat I'm surprised hasn't sold quick, because I got it cheap, or marked pretty cheap for a nice vintage pop hat. Pop in color, that is. Yeah, I had fun making that little, taking the pictures of the hats, doing my salesman routine, if you will. Growing up, when I used to dig through dumpsters and sell stuff, and pretty much different scenarios in my entire life, people would always make comments that you could sell ice to Eskimos. So I'm like, you know what? I'm going to see if I can still harness those powers and do them in a comedic way. So that's what I did in that video. So I'm curious to see your guys' take on it. Your opinions. Because I had fun doing it, so. So like I've said before, like improv comes so easy to me. Not super, you know, I'm not great at it, but just being goofy and stupid comes easy to me. And using it toward improving stuff is fun and enjoyable. And you never know where my mind's going to go with it and stuff, so it's kind of fun. To see the verbiage that I create, the word vomits. Dun, dun, dun. Oh, man. We're just doing all hats today, I guess. That's alright. I gotta get over there also. Yesterday I did this on video too, but the audio is kind of corrupted. It's got a weird tone to it, and it's annoying. I'm like, oh man. So hopefully this one ain't doing the same thing. I did a test one before I hit record on this one, so, and it wasn't messed up, so hopefully this one's not messed up. EA Sports, it's in the game. See, like a lot of these hats, I'm surprised, you know, on eBay, I would have gotten an offer, I would think, on some of these hats. Like this EA Sports, I listed like a brand new Crash Bandicoot hat. It's, I guess, 4 days now. No movement on that. I'm just like, what is going on? This stuff, that kind of stuff usually moves in a heartbeat. But that's why we are cross-listing. Let me make sure I got the right hat there. So that's what we're doing. Every once in a while, when it comes to sports stuff, it'll put it in the wrong category. It'll put it in t-shirts instead of hats, so you just got to kind of adjust that, which, as you just seen, is real quick and easy to do. So I was gonna say that didn't sell yet. I was like, that already sold. You can see over here it's marked sold before I even cross-listed it. So I guess those I can delete from here. Since it is sold. Sold, sold, sold. I got a lot of good hats I've been listing lately that I thought should move a lot quicker than what they are moving. What's up, baby girl? You already ate dinner. What you want? I already took you out. Back door's open. Yes, it is. My baby girl. My baby girl. Get your back rubbed. My baby girl. My baby girl. And I think it's this one. S107 is the ones I filled up today. S107. Oops. My receiver shut off, so I gotta turn it back on. No volume turns my receiver off, so with nothing going through it, audio wise. There we go. So here we are again, the sports one, and it put it in t-shirts instead of hats. And this is actually a youth hat too, so on stuff like that, you just gotta pay a little extra attention. Whoops, I don't want kids. Accessory hats. And boys, one size. Everything's one size when it's not clothing related. I'm not sure, I don't think that actually transfers over. You just gotta have it filled out, I guess, for some reason. I'm not sure, I haven't really checked into it. I haven't really thought about it. Detroit, Rock City, get up. Everybody's going to move their feet. Get down. That one put it in the right category, so that's good. Doesn't do it every time, but you got to keep an eye on it. Like here we go, and again another sports hat. So we'll see if it puts it in hats or puts it in t-shirts. KHTI Hit Radio. Yep, t-shirts. Men's accessory hats. Boom. That easy. That's easy of a fix. Adrian must have doused himself in cologne. Ooh. Wait, what's today? Thursday? Is he leaving today or tomorrow? I guess I should have asked. He's going to be gone this weekend. He may be leaving tonight. I think he's going up to his girlfriend's school to hang out for the weekend. I'm guessing that's where he's going. Now I have to check with him to see if he is leaving. If he's gone now or if he's leaving tomorrow. because he's gotten all smelled up for something. So maybe he's going to be sitting on a plane. Because Jan asked me if I could take him to the airport if Alex can't. And I think Alex just left with him, so I'm guessing. Yeah, today's Thursday, right? It's not Friday. Yeah, so okay. So I gotta make sure it is not tomorrow. Which would make sense because he don't ship on Fridays anyway, since it's Friday. So it's not like he has any responsibility tomorrow anyway. Probably took the day off work. It's been he's coming back Sunday morning, so young and reckless. Young and reckless. I wonder what happened to that dude. If he's kind of faded away after the show ended. Wasn't he the cousin of Rob Dyrdek? Fantasy Factory. What's up with Rob Dyrdek trying to do the East Coast version or the West Coast version of Gary Vee or something? I'll see his post every once in a while, like on Twitter, on Instagram, or on I'm brain farting on TikTok. That's a brain fart for you. Trying to reinvent himself, I guess, as a positive motivator or something. I should do that, but do it in a comedic way. Yeah, I got your positive. Oh, that's sold. Go back. I don't want to accidentally hit the stuff that already sold. So these were put up yesterday and they sold pretty quick. Pebble Beach. I guess I could have done both of them at the same time. And Mostly Sunny. Boilermakers. Dun, dun, dun. Dun, dun, dun. Well, put that one in shirts too. Weird. Biggity bam. Kids. Cap. Well, yeah, feel free to hit that Vendoo affiliate link. Start your cross-listing journey. And then let me know how it's working out for you. Or if you already did, let me know how it's working out for you. Underneath this video, if you will. Comment below. Because I'd really like to know. You guys hear about my stuff on a daily basis, so I only hear about you guys if I read it. So I want to read it. I feel like I'm reading. I think I know how to read just a tad bit. I can understand words under 5 letters. You get over 5, we're going to have a problem, though. Don't be going in my comments and talking all supercalifragilisticexpialidocious and some stuff. Because I'll just be like, what you say? I'll have to hire a translator, a dictionary translator to understand what you're saying. I did not make a Dolly video today. Maybe after this I can think of a little quick skit to do with Dolly today. The last video I put up of her yesterday seemed to go over pretty well compared to the other ones. So that was good to see. It got to 120 quicker than the others got to 120 views. So still kind of, or wait, it's 120 subscribers. I think the subscriber count, I think the view count was 120 also, now I'm thinking about it. That's kind of weird. Maybe I'm thinking wrong. That seems like too weird of a coincidence. I did have 122 subscribers, but I guess 2 people bailed on me. I guess they got offended or something. I don't know. It's not everybody's thing. But I did realize today, like this channel, My Boring Reseller Life, the biggest demographic on this channel is my age range. The next biggest is 10 years above my age. The next biggest is 10 years below my age. Then the next biggest is 20 years above, and then 20 years below. Whereas with Dolly's channel, my biggest range in viewers is 30, I believe it is. So instead of like 55, 50, 50 to 55, it's like 34 to 40. So I'm bringing in a whole different demographic over there. That's just going to be a lot more, if I play it right, a lot of different eyes on my store. Because as I've said, I want to try to include, playing off of she's my employee now and stuff like that. So I could start getting younger traffic into my eBay store potentially. Because that's what I'm going to try to push that channel as, and do things like things that I sell. It'll be part of a prop in the video or something, like if she puts on like a baby's outfit or something, and I do a skit with it, but then put the baby outfit up in my store, or whatever the case may be. So start kind of using them as a way to push inventory, So we'll see how it plays out. I'm not rushing it or anything, just playing along with it. Let it build. Once I get up there and get, 1,000 subscribers and start getting some good views, then I could start really thinking more about that aspect of it. Are there any other resellers on YouTube that do something like that? Or am I the first to come up with like an outside the box idea to start a separate channel Not like resellers doing resell stuff on various channels. There's plenty of do that, like Paul and such, but and then Commonwealth and what have you. But is there anybody who started a second video of something totally off the wall, totally different, and then going to try to merge it into the reselling world? It's either going to be a home run or it's going to be a huge flop. But at least, you know, it's a different idea. I thought this hat was already listed. Nope. Huh. I thought I already listed that. But yeah, so just, that's the one thing, you're not worrying about the eBay issues. And one thing to Vendoo, here I go kissing up again to Vendoo, but it's helped me free my mind of not worrying about the issues on eBay. Because if you have something to concentrate on to move forward with, like with eBay, no matter what I do, I seem like get the same results. But with YouTube, and then with using Vendoo to cross over to Posh, it's letting my mind move forward again. I'm not stuck trying to figure something out that's impossible to figure out because it's broken. Or there's a hidden agenda behind it that we're not told about, i.e. hiding your stuff, shadow banning, whatever. So I've been able to, without thinking negatively, come up with a lot more ideas and creative thoughts and things to try differently. TY6. So, and who knows what it'll turn into, you know? I mean, like I said, that Dolly channel could potentially outpace my this channel. And even if not, as I've already proven, thankfully, it's bringing in a totally different demographic. So that alone is pretty damn cool. So just never be afraid to try something different, try something new, or never be afraid when you do start something that it's maybe, or at least feel like to you, pure rubbish. You know, everybody starts somewhere. If you don't start with a crappy idea, you'll never make it to a good idea, you know, so you've got to start somewhere. Most people just don't have a slam, you know, grand slam right out of the box. Just like even somebody like, if we want to talk YouTube terms, like Mr. Beast, how long it took him to figure out the algorithm and how it worked and how to build an audience. Who's to say Dolly's not the next Mr. Beast? It's a nice thought. There's a couple more souls. A few more souls. Dag. Did this whole lot of them sell? Wow. Why? Wow. So all these were, they were pulled over at the same time. But the fact that they're all clumped up like that is pretty cool. Wow. So didn't even have time to cross-list those puppies. Oh wait, why was Poshmark on that one? This is supposed to be stuff not, well, I guess technically it's not listed on Poshmark because it's sold on Poshmark. Hey, here's a Hallmark ornament. Get that over there. Something a little different tonight. Boom. And they do have a category for ornaments. Biggity bam. Just that easy. I'll come down a little bit and see. Let me get these candles, Halloween candles over there. With Halloween coming upon us. Why does eBay tell you that somebody declined your offer or your counter offer? It's like I care. What not? They wanted something for nothing. Why did both of them pop up about the same place? Oh, here's some decent hats. Boston Celtics. Courtney thinks I'm talking to her, I guess. What's your baby? You're okay. Why? It took a minute for the picture to load there. What's wrong, girl? I think the door's open. I need to go check, make sure it is. Let me go see if this back door's open for her. You gotta go pee? No wonder there was a gnat in here. The door was open, but we have one of those nets with the magnets that hold it together, and it was wide open. So I guess she came flying through. When she comes flying through, sometimes the magnets get stuck on the side of the door. Before I cross-list this Star Wars thing, I gotta check the weight on it, make sure it's not over 5 pounds, because that could be pretty heavy. So mental note, next time I go downstairs, put that on the scale. See if it's under 5 pounds or not. I think that's the thing with Posh. If you're not familiar with Posh, it has to be under 5 pounds. But you might want to double check all that. I'm not 100% sure, but I'm pretty sure about the under the 5 pound thing, but I don't know what that entails detail wise, like what happens if you go over, etc., etc. Because I never thought about going over, so. I'm not one to really push the rules to break, you know. I like playing in the safe area because you can sleep better at night. Because when you got a conscience, you learn at a very early age. Just be truthful. Don't hide nothing. And you'll be able to sleep soundly at night. It's weird, like I watch a lot of the murder shows and stuff, First 48 and different things like that. And you see these people who are just emotionalists about killing somebody or whatever, you know, and I just sit there and think, what, you know, trying to figure out what happened in their life to make them like that, and or how differently are they wired internally for them not to have that emotion. You know, it's fascinating to me. Think about that kind of stuff. I don't like reading necessarily about like the reasons why people are emotionless. I like trying to figure it out on my own, you know. And then also too, when you read stuff, sometimes it kind of taints your view of it. Like I love thinking outside the box and coming at it in many different directions, no matter what it is. And sometimes in the past when I've learned about something, then it kind of skews my perceptions. And it's harder to kind of look outside the box to try to evaluate or figure out stuff, think differently. But I don't mind picking up pieces along the way, you know. Like, oh, it's because of X instead of learning it's XYZ. You know what I mean? Because then you could throw in, I like grabbing little bits of knowledge along the way so it can add to and even skew further my thinking. Send it in a different direction, if you will. I don't even remember what time I started. Is it 21? 7:21, I think, maybe. Now it's starting to throw some of these hats under shirts. But these look like the ones that I did the other day when eBay was really messing up with their categories. So maybe the way it pulled it over from eBay is kind of making it messy. Because like in my drafts, on some days, it does this about every half hour or so, but some days on my drafts, it won't read the categories. It'll say the categories can't be shown, or there is no categories, or something to the effect that the category is moved, or something like that. I'm like, if that's the case, are these categories even really being seen on eBay? Is that why when I list stuff, they kind of disappear? Because it's going into this bad category that's being skewed somehow within the algorithm or whatever? And is that what's causing my items maybe not to be seen as often or whatever? Because I've called that problem in probably about 2 or 3 different times, and it's never ever been fixed. I made a video on it, one of my shorts on YouTube here. If you look at that, you'll see what I'm speaking of. But it's been going on for 2 years, so I'm wondering if that has something to do with the search that's causing items not to be seen properly. Because what if when that pops up, if that means all of a sudden at that moment I am or my account or something is on a bad server? So anything I list from those drafts when that's happening on those days just automatically go onto a bad server or get lost in the shuffle, kind of go ghost or something. I don't know. Can't figure it out when eBay doesn't give you no information, you know. And they won't fix what you call the problems you call in. And I've sent that video, the one video I made where I put them all together. That was sent to eBay Tech, so why it was never fixed, I have no clue. Probably because they couldn't recreate it, even if they had video footage of it. You can see the problem, but if you can't recreate it, well, you can't do nothing about it. But the problem's happening. It's there. You can see it's happening to people. Yeah, but we don't know why, because we can't recreate it, so it's just gonna be the problem. I don't know. I'm just spitballing here. But things like that, when it happens, it makes me want to kind of open a second store to see if that one's, didn't I just list this or no? It makes me want to open a separate store to see if that store, I guess I didn't, if different things happen to it. Dang gnat. Hey, Courtney, you had to let the gnats in, didn't you? There's been at least two, a small one and a bigger one I saw. Okay, so I went to put that up, but I clicked off of it, I guess, because I wasn't paying attention. That's why I thought I put it up. Okay. I'm not going fully crazy, just half crazy. Thank you. Give me some money. I think the last like 3 or 4 items that sold's all been media. Oops. I forgot what number I started with. Was it 70? Maybe that was the 71. 2371 maybe? Running a little bit behind. DC Youth. DC Youth. Thank you. Boys, one size. Boom. And we shut off again. Dum dum dum. Look at you. I know what she's waiting on. It's her time to go out, FRONT, and then get a TETREAT. That's what she's waiting on. Biggity bomb. I already forgot what I said I was going to do after I was done with this. That's sold, that's sold. Hey, there's a hat. Got a youth. I guess the good thing about recording yourself is if you forget something, you can always go back and watch it. Da, 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 da. I guess we're going to get ready to call it for the evening. James, where are you going? Pay attention. See, I'm trying to bust my brain thinking about what I said, and I can't remember. Let it go, James. You can always check the video if you really care. Looking for some little different stuff here for the last minutes. Kids jersey. Nope, not a men's shirt. Aw, kids, shirts, jersey. Boy, what size was it? 4. Let's throw Jimmy John's over there. Jimmy John's. Oh, what happened? Did I not hit submit? Boom, 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 boom. Put it under. Alright, I think that's going to be enough for me tonight. So, yeah, that's Vendoo. Affiliate link below if you want to use it. 25% off your first month. And I do appreciate it if you do. And hopefully you have a lot of success, even as much as me, if not more, hopefully more. But I will see you all in the next video. Later.